Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dom's NFL Weekly Picks. It is time for Week 4. It's not the NFL without Dom's Picks. We're going to get started here before Thursday Night Football. Detroit Lions going to Lambeau Field against the Packers. In this game, it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but give me the Detroit Lions 2.5-point favorites to win and cover. Jacksonville and Atlanta in London on Sunday morning. Jacksonville opens as 3-point favorites. I'm going to go Jacksonville to win. I just think the struggles are going to get put past them. Trevor Lawrence is not that bad as he has been. He's going to step it up, and no better team to do it than the Falcons. Then Miami versus Buffalo, arguably game of the week. Can't believe it's a 1 o'clock game. That's a little preposterous to me. But Buffalo is home. They're 2.5-point favorites. And if you're Miami, this is the time of year to go to Buffalo. It is not freezing cold just yet. So give me Miami to win this game after their 70-point performance last week against Denver. They're not going to score 70 again, but they are going to score some points, and they are going to beat Buffalo. Then from the best game to arguably the worst game of the season, it is the Denver Broncos going to Chicago to play the Bears. Denver getting embarrassed last week. Same with Chicago. Just two really bad football teams. Someone's got to win, I guess. Or they could tie. Honestly, would not surprise me if they had a tie in this game. But give me Denver 3.5-point favorites. Give me Denver to win, but Chicago to cover. Then we go to Baltimore versus Cleveland. Cleveland is the home team, 3-point favorites. Give me Cleveland to win this game, but Baltimore to cover. For whatever reason, these games always come down to the very end between these two teams, and I could see it being a 1-point game. Give me, we got Cincinnati and Tennessee. Cincinnati on the road, 2.5-point favorites, and I'm going Cincinnati all day. Cincinnati got their feet on the board. Getting a win last week on Monday Night Football against the Rams, it could generate some momentum, and the Titans are just a bad team as well. Their offense is nothing special, and their defense, just nothing there. Offense is a putrid. Derrick Henry can't get running. Tyjae Spears is out snapping him, and Ryan Tannehill is not a good quarterback. So give me Cincinnati to win this one. Then the Rams go to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Colts are 1-point favorites. Give me the Rams to win this game to bounce back. I could see the Rams winning this game. If Anthony Richardson plays, it would be interesting to see. I think it's a close game, but give me the Rams either way, no matter who starts for Indy. Tampa Bay going to New Orleans. New Orleans is 3.5-point favorites, and I'm going to go New Orleans to win this game. The Saints just have the Buccaneers number, even with Tom Brady there. During the regular season, the Saints had the Buccaneers number, and I don't see that changing here. Baker Mayfield was not as good as he was the first 2 weeks against the Eagles, and I think he's going to start sliding here. I could see him starting to struggle as he did in Cleveland. Then we're going to move on to Washington and Philadelphia. 8.5-point favorites for Philly at the Link. Going Philadelphia all day. Yes, they did lose to Washington on Monday Night Football in Philly last year, but it's just not going to happen again. Philly isn't going to slip up like that. They're not going to give up 32 points to Washington, not this year, especially with Sam Howell at quarterback. Sam Howell got exposed against Buffalo, a good defense, and I think you could see a lot more of the same. We could see some multiple interceptions from Sam Howell, so give me Philly by double digits. Minnesota and Carolina, your other 0-3 teams. Someone's got to win. Minnesota 4.5-point favorites on the road. Give me Minnesota. The Vikings offense is too good to not score a ton of points in this matchup. The Carolina defense isn't good, and the Minnesota defense is awful too, but their offense just outmatches Carolina's by a long shot. So give me Minnesota to cover the 4.5 and at least win by a touchdown. Pittsburgh and Houston. Pittsburgh only 3-point favorites here on the road. Before last week, it probably was a little more, but Houston showed up against Jacksonville. C.J. Stroud has looked the best out of all these rookie quarterbacks. I want to give Houston a shot, but Pittsburgh's defense is really good, so it'll be a really good test to see how C.J. Stroud is doing, but give me Pittsburgh to cover and win on the road. Then we got Vegas and the Chargers. Chargers 1-2, got their first win against Minnesota. Vegas losing to Pittsburgh. The Chargers are 5.5 point favorites. Give me the Chargers to win, but Vegas to cover. The Chargers only play tight games. They play to the level of their opponent. The Chargers only throw the ball. This could be good. This could be a shootout. Devontae Adams could get loose like he did against Pittsburgh, but give me the Chargers to win. New England and Dallas. Dallas at home, 6.5 point favorites. The New England offense still trying to get into gear here, trying to see if Mac Jones is the real deal. Give me Dallas to win the game in redemption from last week against the Cardinals, but give me New England to cover 6.5. Arizona and San Francisco. This is arguably one of the, if not the biggest, you will see a spread in the NFL. -14 for San Francisco. And I think they'll cover. Josh Dobbs and the Cardinals have put on a pretty impressive run the first 3 weeks. The offense looks better than anyone could have expected it to be. But San Francisco, their defense is so legit. It's going to be really tough for Josh Dobbs to move the ball and for the Niners to the Cardinals to run the ball. It's just going to be so tough, and especially in Santa Clara. Yeah, San Francisco's going to win by multiple touchdowns. Then Sunday Night Football. This was going to be a great matchup going into the season with Aaron Rodgers, but Kansas City goes to MetLife Stadium to play the Jets. Patrick Mahomes' first time at MetLife Stadium. Chiefs are 8.5 point favorites, and I can't believe it's not bigger. It might be by the time game time hits, but the Chiefs are covering this all day. It's not even close. The Jets' defense is good, but they're not going to be able to contain Mahomes and Travis Kelce the entire night, especially when the offense is going to be going 3 and out and turning the ball over. It's just not going to work out for the Jets. And then Monday night, Seattle goes to MetLife Stadium to play the Giants. Giants right now are 1 point favorites. I could see that swinging by game time. With the amount of bets, I could see Seattle ending up to be the favorite, or this could be a split even. I'm going to go Seattle to win this game. Seattle, I just think their offense is more reliable. The Giants have not proven they can give Daniel Jones time to throw the ball or make any moves. We don't know if Saquon Barkley's playing. Even if Saquon Barkley is playing, he could be on a pitch count or just be limited physically because of the high ankle sprain. So give me Seattle that's more healthy. And the Giants' defense that has been gassed the first 3 weeks, it could turn into one of those games again. The Giants can hold it for 3 quarters, but into that fourth quarter, they just can't seal the deal. So give me Seattle to win that game. Just to recap for the first 3 weeks and why you should be listening to my picks. We went 11-5 in just game picks last week, and we went 12-4 against the spread. So that brings our season total to 30-18 picking outright and 27-21 against the spread. So we are over 500 in both categories. We are killing it in outright. We're going to continue that streak this week. And thank you for watching. If you haven't already, go over to Spotify. Go check out the DCAT Fantasy Football Podcast with myself, Tom, Tyler. Tyler is a magician. He is Nostradamus. He's picking all these fantasy guys that nobody's talking about, and they just go off the next week or two. So you got to take a listen to him on who do you need to be watching to pick up on your fantasy teams. And we give all our reactions to every game in terms of fantasy football. So go check that out on Spotify. Give this video a like. Comment your predictions. Comment anything you want me to do. I will listen, and give us a 5-star rating on Spotify if you're listening on Spotify, because I post these picks on Spotify as well as YouTube. So like, comment, subscribe, share, follow, everything. Check me out on Twitter or X at DomCaps11. I post some more stuff over there. Thank you all for watching and or listening, and we'll see you next week for Dom's NFL Picks Week 5.